Greetings, I'm Michael Matsuda, President of the Martial Arts History Museum. I'm here today with Kelly Seif. Kelly's from Australia. He has a string of schools, very well known, a lot of full contact, a lot of kickboxing, a lot of different programs, one of the largest and most reputable instructors in Australia. So Kelly, please greet the fans.
Hi, how are you guys?
So tell me a little bit about your programs. People talk about it all the time that you have at your school, what your types of things you're promoting.
Well, we sort of, from the outset, I try to cater, from the beginning I try to cater for everybody from young kids right up to adults, and traditional martial arts right down to the full contact competitive MMA kickboxing world as well. So, you know, hopefully we've achieved that. It's been a long time in the making, but we have reputable fight teams in all the disciplines, boxing, kickboxing and MMA, and we have great self-defense programs and great kids programs. So I think we've got, you know, to the goals that we set, we've actually achieved now, so it's been good.
Excellent. How long has you started the martial arts, and when did you start your school?
Well, I've been in martial arts since I was 5 years old, so basically 45 years now. I started teaching and opened up my first full-time centre in 1986. That's when we established it all. Yeah, and it's been a great journey since then. Going through the traditional martial arts first, then went into Western boxing, and from there it naturally led me into the kickboxing realm. And then when MMA came about, you know, I was able to get involved in MMA pretty heavily, and now we have in that side of things, we have guys that compete professionally and are quite reputable and have achieved great titles, anything from national titles to world titles in boxing, kickboxing, and MMA now is our latest. You know, our latest fight team now is taking up the MMA challenge. You know, so that's been about 10 years in the making.
Excellent. So you have a team of fighters going out there all the time.
Oh yeah. We've got guys fighting every few weeks.
Wonderful,
yeah,
wonderful.
Both, you know, we have about probably 10 to 16 professionals and 32 amateurs.
Oh, very exciting.
Very big fight team. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have they been involved before they're getting into fighting?
We'd like to say if anyone starts a program with us and they have the aspiration to fight, it's definitely before they get into any sort of amateur fighting. I'd like to say that we sort of train them up for about 2 to 3 years first. That's just me. I just like to prepare them properly. I know people jump in a ring after 6 months, but it's not where I want my students to be, you know. So, yeah.
And how do you feel the progression of the martial arts has changed over the years since you opened in the 90s, correct? And how it's changed a little bit to now? You had to conform a little bit, add a little bit to your teaching methods?
Not really. Look, like I said, I started in traditional martial arts and
when did you start in traditional?
Karate and Taekwondo together.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I was doing both under the Bob Jones system back in Australia, which was a very big system, and WTF Taekwondo. You know, I started there and then ended up in boxing, and my boxing trainer happened to teach me Sambo back there as well, because he was actually Russian. So I did, you know, just a little over 4 years of Sambo. So already truthfully, if you look at it, I'd already been blending martial arts together since the late 80s, you know. So MMA isn't really something new. It just hadn't been marketed as MMA yet.
I see.
For people like me who are really aspired to get the practical side of the martial arts going, where it's not just the traditional theory on the mat. You know, I wanted to address every distance possible in a confrontation, which is, you know, long distance, mid-range, close quarter combat, and the floor. So that was always in my mind, being a realistic martial artist. So really, the progression of mixed martial arts hadn't been called mixed martial arts back then, but it was already being done by some of us, you know. At the end of the day, yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
So I want to thank, here I am once again with Kelly Seif, one of the most recognized and most respected instructors in all of Australia. So thank you again for being part of our interview today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.